Hi, and welcome back to Professor Rox's Inspiration Station. I'm very excited to have Emily Adkins. Thanks so much for wanting to come on and share some tips and wisdom with the audience.
Whoever you surround yourself with, make sure they're people who aren't going to cause a lot of drama and issues in your life. Because I know a lot of people, especially in high school and college, who surround themselves with people who tend to be like fake and kind of just cause a lot of issues. So I've just found people that have always like stuck with me and been really good friends consistently, and it's like it's a lot less stressful and everything.
Yeah, that's really great advice. You said people who are fake, so authentic people, would you say is really important too?
Mm-hmm. So like, and it's really, I think they're easy to find too, because you like hear about people before you're really friends with them, or at least like I do, if you're like in a small like area. Mm-hmm. So it's just easy to tell who is gonna be reliable and who's not.
How can you tell?
So like whenever I'm talking to someone, like it's just how they present themselves and how they speak to you and kind of like what they talk about. Because a lot of people, if they're not really authentic, they'll talk about things that like don't really matter, or they're just, you can tell that they're kind of afraid to like get too close or something. So people who are like really open and like outgoing tend to be more authentic, I think.
Yeah, that's interesting what you said. It's the kinds of things people are willing to share, and because obviously getting to know someone and getting closer with someone requires you to be vulnerable and sharing with them your real issues and the things that you're risking. Oh, is this person gonna have the same beliefs or values as me, and are they gonna like me for my beliefs and values? But yeah, that's really great, because I've found that you can't be close to someone unless you are willing to be
Definitely
vulnerable, and you don't want the kind of core, really close, really good friends, people who are going to be really there for you, are going to like you no matter what your beliefs and, no matter if you share the same beliefs and values on everything or not.
Yeah, because I've definitely had like arguments and stuff with my friends like throughout the years, like about like stupid stuff or like different like beliefs and values and stuff, but they're authentic people and they're like real with me, so we can discuss that, and then if we're arguing about it, it's like, okay, like agree to disagree kind of thing, and we're just gonna move on.
Yes, totally. I love it. All right. Did you have another wise tip to share with that one?
Probably like keep your faith and beliefs, or just like values in general. Like make sure you're really passionate and like strong about them, and make sure you know like why you believe that and you're willing to stand up for it. Because a lot of people, if like an authority figure or anything else like tries to question you, they'll like automatically like shut down or start questioning their values. So just be really like sure of what you believe.
Yeah, that's really important. That's can be difficult to do too.
Yeah.
As we were talking about earlier, that sometimes it takes a while for us to know what are my values, because a lot of times we just think, oh well, my parents and family or church or friends taught me that this is the best thing, and so sure, that seems like a good thing to think, and then we start realizing,
Yeah,
I don't know if that is for me, really. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. And
definitely, yeah.
It's challenging when you're questioning your own values first. So how did you, I don't know if you can know this or enough to speak about it or share, but is there any value that you have thought about that is definitely yours, and one that you can feel, like you say, it's important to feel strong in your values? How did you know that that was something that you believed in?
I'm a Christian, so like I believe in God. So, and I was like raised in church, so it was kind of like at my parents' belief at first. But then like as I got older, then it starts to become yours. Like once you like research it and stuff and kind of like really consider it, like, is this something that I believe or something that, you know, I think is the right thing, and I do.
Just questioning.
Yeah, I think questioning any kind of belief or value you have at all is really important, because it helps you understand like both sides too. Because like there's always going to be people who come and like try to argue with you or just like counter you, and you have to be prepared for that and not like know why you believe what you believe.
Yeah. I think everyone will definitely benefit from thinking about these today. Thank you so much, Emily, for being on the show and sharing. And right now I have the pleasure of interviewing Tristan Stewart, a high school student, and he has some great wisdom to share with you all. Thanks so much for being on the show, Tristan.
Hi, thanks for having me on, Miss Johnson. Yeah, I really like to speak to other people to really, you know, open their eyes a little bit, because there's some things that, you know, not everybody knows everything, and I feel like that I might have some things to add to the table to, you know, help people kind of guide them along towards this weird road to life that we're on. And I guess one of those things I would have to say is be yourself. Just, you know, do what makes you happy. Really, all the basic stuff you've kind of heard throughout your entire life. But not only that, but I mean, those words ring more true than you think, because you can't just go around being someone you're not, trying to please other people and all that. You got to please yourself first. In fact, that's kind of what I see about people complaining about bullying and whatnot. And one thing about bullying is that it's not there to break you down. I think it's more of a force in nature that more teaches you that you're supposed to rely on yourself and not care about what other people think. And it's kind of like a clasp, I think, because when I was younger, I was bullied quite a bit. I may have not exactly cared about what people thought of me. It may have not directly influenced my behavior, but the words definitely echoed in my mind, per se, and throughout years of just constantly reminding myself to just not really care, that I only need to look at myself and say, hey, you're pretty good, to which, you know, you can be free from people's judgments, per se. It's just constant practice, really. And when you finally free yourself from other people's thoughts, it's really liberating, to the point where you can pretty much say anything you want, and it won't matter unless you approve of it.
Wow, that's really an important message, and it's actually one of my favorite things to talk about and teach, is not letting what anyone else says affect you, unless, you know, you choose to let what other people do or say affect you if you want. No one can make you feel a certain way. You have to allow them to. And that's amazing that you've come to that conclusion and you have the ability to do that now at your age. I mean, I was in my 30s when I figured that out, and so many people struggle with trying to please others and worry so much about what other people think of them. Gosh, you know, bullying is horrible, and being bullied is the worst. But it's amazing that, to me, I don't want to say a good thing that it happened to you, but the fact that you were able to take that lesson so early on in life, and then you'll have this ability to, you know, be so strong and confident in yourself for the rest of your life. I mean, I wish I had that a lot sooner. So
yeah, it's
good for you.
It's really a lot of things that some people regret in their lives, but the real key to that is to, no matter what you do, always seek enlightenment, whether it be from I don't care from what it is, if it's a higher power or a textbook or whatever.
I just want to say the book, The 4 Agreements, that is a profound book that has changed my life. The second agreement is related to this. It's don't take anything personally. So if you can learn that lesson early on and learn it from reading books and not have to learn it the hard way. That poor Tristan had to learn it through with being bullied, but however you learn the lesson is excellent. Thank you so much for being on the show
Thank you
and
for
for
having
that
me.
great advice.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.